Hey, what's going on, guys? This is AndrewChicken, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to ask and answer one very important question. How many resistances can we actually stack in Deadlock? Can we achieve near immortality by just buying resistance item after resistance item after resistance item on the newest character of Victor, who is a character who really likes having a lot of spirit resist because of his third ability right here, which deals a metric crap ton of self-damage to him, but it also does a ridiculous amount of damage to the enemies. And so if we buy a bunch of spirit resist, we will be able to channel this much more effectively, and that'll basically result in more damage output. Normal Victor builds do tend to build for a lot of spirit resist, but I want to take this to the absolute extremes. So I have created a build here with a bunch of huge spirit resist, bullet resist, and if we need it, debuff resist items that will allow us to get a very high amount of resistances. And we are skipping basically every other normal item that you would buy on Victor to complement his playstyle. The only things we're allowed to get besides resistances here are healing booster and spirit lifesteal, because I think I'd rather play paladins ranked in 2025 than play Victor without healing. But otherwise, we are bum rushing enchanter's emblem and spirit rezeal very early into this build to get a huge amount of spirit resist so we can actually start channeling the Aura of Suffering, and then we're getting some items that you would normally see on Victor anyways, escalating exposure and infuser. Both of these actually provide us with spirit resist, and they also really complement Victor's playstyle. And then once that is out of the way, we can get some really big spirit resist items. We can get Frenzy, which when we're below 50% health will give us 40% additional spirit resist, as well as some very nice bonuses that'll round out the playstyle, especially that movement speed, because we don't have any movement speed in this build apart from Frenzy, so I feel like this is going to be a very nice item. Witch Mail as well provides another 20% spirit resist, and it'll give us a bunch of cooldown reduction, and then Scourge, of course, with a massive 40% spirit resist and a bunch of damage as well that we can just slap on top of our auras. So all of these will be huge. I don't know what order we'll get all of these items in the actual match, but the goal is to try and get as much spirit resist as we can. And also, if the enemies have weapon builds, then of course we can get a bunch of weapon resist as well. Bullet Rezeal is going to give us just 60% bullet resist when we're below 30% HP, which means we should hopefully be effectively immortal when we are like low HP. Between this and Frenzy and all our other spirit resist, this should be huge. But if that's not enough, we do also have Battle Vest, we have Warp Stone, which is going to be kind of a cheat code. It gives us a movement ability and it gives us resist at the same time. Very cool. And we can also get Colossus, which provides us both resistances, it slows down the enemies near us, and it gives us a ton of health. So, another really good item here. And then debuff resist. There's weighted shots, gives us spirit resist, debuff resist. If we want to do more weapon damage, this is good. There's debuff resist, which is, you know, it's a resistance type. So, hey, why not get debuff remover if I want? And there's also Spellbreaker. But the funny thing about Spellbreaker is it's probably not actually very good on this build, because once we reach a certain amount of spirit resist from all of these items, and we just get to low HP, then, yeah, I have 86% spirit armor right now. So if I were to buy Spellbreaker and make it so that the next instance of high spirit damage that I take is significantly reduced by 75%, then, I mean, 75% is lower than 86%. So, I mean, I don't know if that's a good idea. I also don't know if that's actually how the item works, because, to be honest, I've never had 86% damage reduction in a real match before, so I don't actually know if the 75% will stack with the 86% and basically just make us take no damage, or if it'll actually just be 75% through and through, and so we would take more damage. I don't really know how this item works, and it is a lot of souls as well, so I do think we will prioritize some of these other items up here that give us a lot of spirit resist and also some really great benefits. But yeah, this is a very silly build idea, and if you guys have been enjoying all of the wacky builds that I've been showcasing on the channel recently, then make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any of my future content. I would really appreciate it if you would. But with all that being said, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so here we go. We have the terrifying Victor and Drifter lane, and I'm not going to switch with this holiday, because this just sounds particularly evil, although they do also... Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. You know, if Dynamo's going to switch over... Alright, I'll switch over here to Drifter. So now we're up against the Pocket Ivy lane. We were going to be up against the Seven Abrams lane. Oh boy, a lot of switching happening here. But yeah, Drifter Victor lane. Yay, two very strong new heroes. Why do I fight Victor every match? I'm sorry, Pocket. Blame Holiday and Dynamo. It's their fault. But yeah, I am going to focus as hard as I can on economy here in the early lane, because Basically, the way Victor works, if you are planning to play around his Aura of Suffering, is that for the first, like, 8 minutes of the match, or however long, you can't really use your Aura of Suffering. It does so much self-damage, and you don't have the resistances or the healing to actually mitigate most of that damage, so you just end up melting your own health pool. So I'm going to focus as hard as I can on getting as many souls as I can, so that way I can get my resistance items on. Dude, there's genuinely no way she denies that! Dude, I'm getting so sick of the deny system recently. Like, how? How? I'm losing my mind! How does she deny that? I'm spamming weapon shots at it. I don't understand. But then I can't deny them. Okay, yeah, perfectly reasonable. Anyways, yeah, sorry. Deny system is stupid in this game. But, yeah, I need to get as many souls as I can so I can get my damage reduction online so I can actually use my third ability and then do a lot more damage to the enemies. So that is the game plan, and honestly, I'm just going to start punching these minions because apparently it's impossible to deny anymore in Deadlock. I seriously don't know why, but my... Oh, and I get parried too. That's great. I don't know why, but my deny game has been utterly atrocious recently. Even though I'm shooting, like, I'm being diligent, I'm shooting the souls, I'm making sure to pay attention to the deny system as much as humanly possible, I'm still getting denied on, like against that Ivy there twice in a row. I don't know why this is happening to me, because I used to be just, frankly, really good at denying, and now it's just like, I can't do it anymore. I don't know why. I do not understand why. And yeah, that Drifter is very dead. Man. I feel like Drifter players, for some reason, have a tendency to feed a lot in the early lane. I feel like they're trying to play him like he didn't just get a metric crap ton of nerfs over the past 2 weeks. And then they die for it, and it's a problem. You need to still play diligently. Just because you're playing an S-tier character, you know, you can definitely still lose. So, yeah, I don't think enough Drifter players keep that in mind. I'm gonna go ahead and grab more of this camp, though. Luckily, I am doing pretty good on souls right now. And I don't think the enemy wave is here yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab all of these boxes down here. Just be nice and efficient, get a whole bunch of souls. Looks like someone already took some of the souls down here. Then I could pop this, get a movement speed buff, and get right back up here in a jiffy. And I almost have enough souls for my Enchanter's Emblem, and I would if I didn't get denied on for absolutely no reason. If anyone in the comments can explain why this is happening to me, by the way, I would greatly appreciate it, because I truly don't understand what's going wrong. I'm literally shooting at them, hitting multiple bullets on the soul, it's making a little clicky sound, and I'm pretty sure the person who owns the soul, right, the team that possesses the soul, whether it's, you know, green or orange, right, if it's green, they should have an advantage towards denying it. There's like a built-in, like, latency ping system or something that makes it so that, you know, the team who owns the soul has an advantage in denying it. So, like, I'm lost for words. I'm genuinely lost for words on how this happens to me so consistently, and it feels like a new update thing. It feels like a thing that's only started happening since, like, the major update. And it's really weird. Anyways, here is my Enchanter's Emblem now. And, I don't normally, like Enchanter's Emblem on Victor. Normally I do doubt its efficacy a bit, and that's because Enchanter's Emblem gives you buffs, but only when you're above a certain threshold of HP. And the way Victor's gameplay loop works is that, you know, you do a lot of self-damage to yourself, you're in the fight quite a lot, and so usually I just don't find that your health pool is, you know, high enough to actually take advantage of the spirit power and the cooldown buffs that it provides. Okay, seriously, this is impossible. This is impossible! How does she deny this? I don't understand! Okay, but I can deny on them, apparently? I don't understand what's happening. But yeah, you cannot take advantage of those buffs if you are not above a certain level of HP. And so, normally I prefer, even though it's more expensive, to go for multiple items that get me up to a similar level of spirit resist, you know? Like, I will normally get Restorative Locket and Cold Front, and that'll get me 12% Spirit Resist, and it is twice as expensive, but it gives me a similar amount of Spirit Resist, and it also gives me 2 buffs that I can tangibly make use out of, regardless of how much HP I have. And like the Cold Front, slows them down, makes it easier to keep them in my radius, and then the Restorative Locket gives me a lot of extra healing and a lot of stamina for chase potential, and so those do feel really good, and that's what I prefer to do on Victor, but I'm getting Enchanter's Emblem in this build just because it gives a lot of Spirit Resist, and that's the stat I care about stacking the most for this gimmick. So it's a bang-for-your-buck item for this specific situation, and I'm not really going to be taking much advantage of the buffs unless I happen to be in one of these rare opportunities where I'm full HP like this. So... But yeah, that pocket is quite low. I would like to push them if at all possible. Oh, hello. If you're going to opt to get close to me, then I will just light you up with spirit damage. Okay, that's not going to hit them. I'm going to take my aura down now. She is still pushing me quite hard. Yeah, that was a good amount of damage on both of them, so yeah. Yoink. Man, if I lose one more soul that I am directly shooting at, I'm going to lose it. As if I haven't lost it enough already. Oh, I'm going to lose it even more. Give me this. Thank you. Okay, and we are coming up on our Spirit Resil, which is going to be very nice for me. Because, yeah, that is going to be when I can officially get my Aura of Suffering online, and then I get the other healing items online after that, because I'm just not going to be channeling the Aura of Suffering very much at all in the early game. Like you've already seen, I've hardly used it, and so I don't think it's really that worth it to get the Spirit Resil, or the Spirit Lifesteal online, until we have an opportunity to do that. Alright, let me pop this. Do a ton of damage. Wow, they did actually take the Guardian real fast, though. Alright, well, I'm just gonna die. I don't think this is going to hit them, but that's okay, because we're still in the fight. Oh, man. That is a fast Guardian take, though. Actually, I guess it's not that fast. It's only 7 minutes. But, yeah. Okay. We can maybe try and counter-push them here. They are still low. Ivy's still very low. Pocket actually did get a lot of healing, I think, from Restorative Shot or something. Actually, no. What did heal Pocket, actually? It's a mystery to me. There's some spirit damage, though. I wish I could hit that Pain Battery, because remember, Pocket has very low spirit resist in the early game. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Hello. Here, take that. I'm just dead. Okay, I can't juke them. Oh, man. I guess we're just gonna lose this lane really hard. I don't know why the Drifter Victor lane is losing, but Pocket is like kind of a sleeper busted lane pick. I don't know why, but whenever I see them in lane, they generally do tend to do really well. Even though I don't generally think of them as like a super, like, effective laner compared to the likes of like Viscus or Yamato or Calvin or something like that. But I guess they do have a lot of survivability if they're actually able to block a lot of attacks. And, yeah, they also just do a lot of AoE damage, and that makes them really effective at clearing the wave, which then results in more pressure on the tower. So, I guess that's kind of the dynamic there. But yeah, man, we just got clobbered. I am still very shocked by that, but let's go ahead and break this, and I'm going to go pop in the secret shop and get my Spirit Rezo online. So now here in the early game, I am going to have a lot of spirit damage reduction. I currently have passively 36%, and when I get below 30%, I'm going to, yeah, get an additional 25%. I should be up to more than 50% spirit resist, which is nice. So, yeah, but the real, I guess, question, though, is that enough to make me a ridiculously tanky Juggernaut here in the early game? What builds are they playing? Well, Ivy is full gun. Pocket has a lot of gun items, although it's really actually just one cultist, so they're still pretty much playing Spirit. Abrams is playing melee, so I'm going to need some bullet resist for him, too. Ooh, and we lost the Yellow Guardian. That is unfortunate. So yeah, I probably am going to need some gun damage reduction, especially for the Ivy. I really do not want her to shred me. If you ever want to counter Victor in your real games, by the way, gun builds are very, very effective at countering Victor, because Victor often builds naturally for a lot of spirit resist for his own abilities. So if you're playing Spirit, right, obviously your damage is going to be severely mitigated. But if you play a gun build, he has much less available to actually counter that. He can still buy Bullet Resil, just fill one slot in with damage reduction, and that'll give him a lot of tankiness against anyone who is playing the gun build. But, yeah, it's, it can still be countered pretty easily, and it is a lot easier to counter Bullet Resist than it is to counter Spirit Resist, because there are a lot more sources of Bullet Resist shred in the game, and they scale much higher. So, that is generally a very good way to deal with him, as I mentioned in my video about how to counter every new hero. Alright, we are going to just bum rush this. Let's go ahead and parry the Guardian. I have my ultimate, so I'm just going to force myself to die under this Guardian. I don't care that they're shooting me. I have one objective, and that is to kill the objective, so... Oh, I wasn't able to parry, though. I don't think I'm going to kill this. I don't think I'm going to kill this. Wow, I can't even Wow, I can't even kill the Guardian? That's insane. I actually thought I'd be able to totally smoke that. I didn't do enough damage. Pocket cleared out my minion wave. Okay, well, let's get some more healing items online. Dang! I'm really surprised I didn't kill that. That's just free souls for Pocket, then. I just fed them pretty hard. My bad. Oh, boy. Victor is normally really good at dealing with objectives, but I guess one thing that we just got to witness there is that my damage is going to be rough in this build, because I'm not building for a lot of the damage items I normally go for. I don't have Mystic Vuln or Escalating yet online either, so... yeah, it is really kind of bad. Wow, are they just going to let me go after this again? Alright, take number 2. Take number 2. Give me these souls back, please. There we go, I got it. I got it, Pocket. Gonna try chasing me? No they're not. Hey, there we go. Second time's the charm. Oh, man. Ah, look at me. 0 Elim Randy, but I got us an objective. You're welcome, team. Blue lane just got a whole lot more space. That is nice. I'm gonna focus a lot more on farming now, though. There are some sinner sacrifices over here that I want to take. I just really need a lot more souls to get the rest of my build online. And hey, they got the Green Guardian. That is awesome. So yeah, I'm just gonna force this to go down real quick. I got 10 Spirit Lifesteal from that. Let's go. Oh man, the Spirit Lifesteal also doesn't scale super well because I don't have that much damage. It will a lot later into the game, but for now... oh man. I am feeling the pain. And I'm not feeling particularly tanky, though. Although, I think if I didn't have all this Spirit Reseal already, I think I definitely would have died to Pocket on my second attempt to take the Guardian. So, yeah, definitely this build is bearing some fruit. Although, I am still struggling. Alright, let me get Mystic Vuln real quick. Yeah, you can head to York and clean up those minions. Here, let me help. I really, really, really just need to get my Escalating Exposure online. That is going to be super duper big for me. Also, look at me being indecisive, forgetting to help Doorman take out the second wave. Here we go. There's a lot of souls. Our team is even on souls too, so the Spirit Urn is even, which, hey, I mean, I guess that's fine. We don't really need to push that Yellow Walker right now either. It still has resistances, and we don't know where the enemies are on the map, so they can easily come over there and counter that. I'm going to, yeah, again, just keep farming. Now this Sinners might be a little risky for me to take, because I'm going to take a ton of damage here for this, but I do have my ultimate, so if someone does try to come in here and stop me, I will be able to live. But yeah, we're good. But look at how much damage I took trying to take that camp, because I'm using my Aura of Suffering to kill the minions, and then I take damage from the actual Sinner's Sacrifice too. Oh man, it's just layers on layers on layers of damage. Oh, it's crazy. There's a lot of people up on blue, too. I don't really know if we want to take this fight right now, and Dynamo's just getting bodied in green for some reason. This reeks of being a bad fight. I think we should just try and get out as a team. I'll try coming up here, and I might be able to get the jump on somebody if needed. Ooh, Holiday just got an ult on somebody. Alright, I'm going to take the jump pad, and pop this, and get behind him. Hi, Warden. Wow, I do so much damage. Alright, well, you're just dead. And then I can cleanse his Binding Word, parry this Abrams, go ahead and punch him, and that's going to be a second kill for me. Booyah. Oop, and Billy's going in for a third kill. Let's go and get the Pain Battery on her. She is quite low. Keep blasting. Nope. And there we go, you're dead too. Massive. Oh, I'm so close to Escalating Exposure. Please, I need it in my life. I need it in my life. I should be able to clean up the minions. There are also some boxes up here, I assume. Oh, nope, someone did take those. Okay. Well, I'm just going to reset. We got a lot of good work done there. I can't really push anything because I'm too low. Let's just heal. Let's get some souls. Get our Escalating Exposure online. That's when we can really start to go super duper aggro. That'll give us just pretty much our only damage item of the build, actually. And it'll give me another 17 Spirit Resist, and that'll get us up to about 50% passive resist. Oh boy, we just lost another person in the jungle, though. Drifter is dead once more. Drifter, why? Why would you do that? I'm gonna grab this thing. Sinner sacrifices are always good to take. And then I should be able to clean up the wave on green and go get my escalating exposure. And actually, Billy's got that. I just want to make sure I get some of the souls, you know? There we go. Alright, have fun, Billy. I'm going to get my escalating. Here we go. Oh boy, we need to come over to blue, though. Dynamo's going over to defend. We lost Holiday over there. They are really making a serious attempt to push this, I guess. Maybe, possibly, maybe not. Doorman might be in danger. I don't really know what's happening. Hello. Okay, I think we're fine. Let me get over here, man. Seven's over here running away. There's another low person. Can we catch this 7 in time? Drifter's blasting him. Okay, he does take him out. Nice. Oh man, I can't hit her. She's the one character I'm really weak to. If we're going to seriously push this Walker, though, then, I mean, I can totally just get under this and blast it. Although, that looks like we're not doing that quite yet. Let me go back and help them with the enemies. Then I can jump on them? Or is everything... I think everything's just going to reset. Okay. Okay, that works. Ouch. Oh, or I'll just die right here. Alright. Well, here's a big stun on Abrams. I'm going to turn my aura off and just run away for a sec. Okay, Pocket dies. Oop, hello. Alright, that didn't hit. Oh, but that one did. Bluetooth punches out the wazoo. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, man, we lost Drifter there again. Oh, Drifter's dying a lot this match. Oh, man, that was so scuffed. That was so scuffed. I feel like we were really indecisive generally there as a group. We weren't sure whether we wanted to push the Walker or not, and then I just got bit trying to retreat, which is not very good in the slightest. Dynamo's going to get Ivy away from our Walker, and that is very good, because she's the gun build. We do not want a gun build on our Walker. We did also get a lot of damage on the yellow Walker, though, from that split push, which is excellent, so I might head on over to yellow then and see if I can help put some more pressure over there. And yeah, my next big purchase is going to be Bullet Resilience for that Ivy, because she was the vast majority of the damage I took there. Actually, Abrams as well. I had no damage reduction against either of those characters. That particular matchup is just brutal for me. So... yeah, a little bit of bullet resist goes a long way. That is really going to patch up a hole in my defense. Okay, there are 2 people coming over in the jungle. I don't have my ultimate to push this Walker, but part of me wants to push it anyways. But yeah, no, there's someone up here. There's 2 people up here. Yeah, we totally can't push that. Oh, I want to be greedy, but I can't. I can't be greedy. Not right now. I'm the lane maintenance guy. I fix my lanes by killing troopers. Oh, it's a beautiful job. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Yeah, Warden's up here trying to stall the lane out. I don't really need to push him, although I am actually 3k above him, so I could try. But I am just worried that they would invest more pressure. Hey, Abrams is dead, though. I don't think Warden wants to fight me, though. Oh, you know what I can do instead is I can go over here and get this casting buff. A lot of extra spirit damage would be so handy right now. Alright, here's this. Uh-oh. That's like 3 people. Okay, hold on. Let me get bullet rezel real quick. I don't think I'm getting chased, but we're going to have to go defend blue in a second here. There's also a lot of farm on this part of the map that I want. Oh, hey, Warden. How's it going? Hey, Warden. He is so scared of me, as he rightfully should be now. Because now I've got bullet rezel too, and he's not even building for guns, so he does, like, no damage to me. Spirit Warden versus Victor. Not a very good matchup. Okay, 7 goes down. I'm just gonna keep putting pressure. Warden's gonna be back to clean up the minions, so I'm gonna take the Sinner Sacrifice, but then I'm gonna get back up there and clear the wave again and just keep forcing Warden's attention over here. And then as soon as he breaks attention and decides to go somewhere else, that's when I get the Yellow Walker for free. Hey, Warden! How's it going? How's it going, Warden? Here, take this. You fool! Oh, he's got his own movement speed buff. I can't catch up to him. Alright, well, keep fixing the lane. A lot of them are dead. I'm just gonna keep shoving this. Eventually, he has to come out and fight me, and when he does, he's gonna lose that matchup. Guaranteed. Hey, buddy. Oh, I've got Holiday coming as well. Alright, I'm just gonna stay up here then. He can leech me, but I have so much spirit damage reduction that it doesn't matter, and there we go, he's dead. Thank you, Holiday. Alright, let's keep pushing. Let me get my damage aura back up. I'm going to kill these minions with it, and then I'm going to go dive under the Walker. And I don't care about getting stunned or dying here, because I have my ultimate. Very much an intentional strategy. There we go, it's dead. And now we can get out of here. And there we go. That is how you convert a bunch of consistent pressure into killing a lane. That was really quite nice, and I appreciate Holiday coming in to push us over the edge. And now I can go back, and I can get Infuser. And that's going to give me 10% more Spirit Resist, bringing my total up to 55, maybe? 52. So we are officially over the 50% mark. And I also now have a very powerful healing ability in any fight. And we need to make sure we don't lose yellow. Don't worry, guys. Lane maintainer Victor's here. I don't know if I can stop blue from going down, to be honest. But I can stop Warden from pushing this. Or Pocket. I don't mind. I have a lot of damage reduction now, Pocket. Come here. You can afflict me. I really do not care. I'll even pop Infuser in your face. Yeah, there we go. Easy. Z. Oh, Pocket did not like that. I'm sorry, Pocket. I just built for so much resistance, and you happen to be playing a spirit character, which means you lose. You lose, Pocket! I'm gonna fix this wave by just killing this next set of creeps, and then... I believe there was a mid call, but we are not really in a position to take mid, so... I guess we can try maybe working on our other lanes, and I can maybe even get another item. You know what? Let's get Warpstone. That sounds like a fun time. I want a little bit of extra mobility, and that's also going to give me 40% bullet resist for a couple seconds after I use it, so... Against Ivy and Abrams, that's going to be particularly effective. The entire enemy team is about to respawn, though. We had better take a walker quick. I'm going to get pressure on here. I still have my ultimate, so honestly, I'm thinking I just force this. I am going to be a one-man army. I'm going to take this walker, just like I've taken many walkers before. Hello, 7. Alright, let me pop this. I'm just going to stand here, menacingly. I'm going to die for it, and I'm going to just let my damage aura do its thing. I'm going to go ahead and use Warpstone as well for the resistances. He's going to take me down, but that's okay, because now I have my ultimate. I'm actually going to dodge this second stun. My aura's back up. Oh no, he put a stun on me. Anyways. Oh, this character, man. That never gets old. And now... Oh, you think you're safe, but you're not. There's Warpstone, and you're dead. Alright. Well, here's Ivy. And we can probably just back off of this walker now. But man, Victor is so busted still for his ability to delete walkers like they're nothing. I'm going to go ahead and cleanse that. I might finally be dead now. I'm getting jumped by 4 people. They're angry! They're angry at me! How much outgoing damage did I do? Actually, only 3,600. That's not as much as I thought. Alright. That's fair. That's fair enough. I just got an incredible amount of souls, by the way. I'm up to 30k, which puts me on par with Pocket for top souls in this lobby. Actually, never mind. Pocket is going okay more than me. Now I'm losing. But yeah, that is really good. And I am at 4,700 souls. Next up, I'm just going to go right for that Frenzy. 3 meters per second of extra move speed when I'm below 50% health on top of the 1 meters per second passively is absurd. And it gives me 10% spirit resist and then 30% when I'm low. So I should be unkillable when I'm low when it comes to spirit damage, which they still have a lot of, although Geist has decided to go for gun. Oh wow, they changed the image of Radiant Regen, and I did not catch that. That's crazy. Yeah, they basically got, at this point, 3 bullet resist builds. Abrams is melee, which means he's bullet resist, and 3 spirit builds, and... Well, Frenzy, I think, is going to win me over, even though I have less bullet resist right now, just because of the movement speed. And the extra gun damage, and... It'll help me get an extremely funny amount of spirit resist, which I think for comedic effect, I think it's a good item to buy. Yeah, I'm just gonna bide my time being the lane maintenance man once more, get a couple of farms, and then I'm gonna spend these souls on my Frenzy. Oh no, Pocket's here. Anyways, bye. I actually don't think I want to fight them. They've gone up 4k souls while I've only gone up 1k. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. I think they've just gone around the map scooping up as much farm as they can, and they are on our Billy and our Doorman. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna use my movement abilities just to get in here. I want to see if I can help them out. Oh, Doorman put Pocket in timeout. That explains a lot. Hello. She has swap. Alright, this is fine. I have ults. Oh god, the entire enemy team is here, though.
You don't have to come.
Jeez.
If we're gonna rotate that lane, just don't come. Push us yourself.
Well, I'm very dead now. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's 6 of them. Why are there 6 of them on green?
If we're gonna rotate, we just have to be early on it. But if we die, just push the other lanes, make sure they can't get too much.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have come over there when I did. Honestly, I think my ego got to me there a little bit when it comes to the amount of damage reduction that I have. I thought I'd just be able to bulldoze through and tank that, but... Nope, apparently not. Apparently having, like, 70% spirit resist when I'm low is not immortality. And they just got a rejuve off that, so we are going to start really falling behind here soon. They do have 2 walkers to take, though, and our lanes are looking really good, so that is going to stall them out for now. Hopefully this rejuve will only net them 2 walkers. I think that's probably best case scenario. In terms of a realistic scenario anyways. Obviously best case scenario, they just immediately all die. But, you know, that's not really realistic. So, I'm going to respawn here in a second. It looks like we're spending a lot of people over on green. So I'm going to head over to yellow and make sure that we defend that. Although, the wave is looking kind of fine right now. So I think... okay, Ivy is going over to yellow now. Yeah, I'm going to go over to yellow. I'm going to make sure that we have at least one person defending that, and I should be pretty good against her. Even though she is massive gun build, I have so much damage reduction, and it's just one person. Looks like their main force is on green. Hello, Ivy. How's it going? No, come back. Dude, she is so fast. I don't have enough movement speed for her. Okay, I can get my frenzy now. I'm going to use my zip boost real quick, go back to base and get that. Pocket's also pushing blue, so... I'll try and stop them from doing that, but we have to be diligent as well to make sure that yellow doesn't go down. So... Me and Drifter, I guess, are going to be just bouncing and hopping across waves here. And everybody on green just died. Oh my. That was not good at all. That was a really bad fight, actually. It would be suicide for me to drop down there. I don't have my ult yet, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play strategically until I get my ult, and then I'm just going to go Unga Bunga mode. Unless Abrams is going to do this, there's a lot of damage on him. Wow, I'm getting stun locked. What the heck? Excuse me, man. Stop that. Okay, there goes our patron. We just need everybody to respawn so that way we can defend. I cannot help this right now. I genuinely cannot help this. Okay, we're going to have 4 people out here in a sec. I'm going to drop into the pit and just absolutely roll everything if they decide to indeed stick around, although it looks like they are backing off. They might redouble their efforts and push yellow. I guess if they don't feel confident about pushing the patron, they already won one Walker fight, so what's another one, right? But yeah, it looks like, okay, they did back off. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
We gotta start getting active on the map. It's like late game. You need to just be better at least like getting picks and stuff and rotates. You guys aren't playing bad, but...
Yeah, exactly what Billy is saying, I think.
Thanks.
Thanks! Yeah, you guys aren't playing bad. Thanks! Appreciate it, buddy. Alright. I'll just grab whatever souls I can. Ivy is still over here. We do need someone to be the steward of this lane. Mine. Mine. That's revenge for all the early game denies, Ivy. That's revenge. Beautiful, sweet revenge. Oh, Abrams has picked up the Spirit Urn. Okay. Well, I mean, we can continue pushing this lane and we can try and get base bosses. I need Drifter to not get himself killed right now. Guys, that is such a bad fight. What are they doing? They still have a rejuve, by the way. What in tarnation was that? Okay, that's just feeding. Plain and simple. Oh my. I do not like anything about this fight. Yeah, they're all just dead.
Just lose. Alright, never mind, GG.
Alright, yeah, GG's. Oh my god. Why did they take that fight? That was so bad. Like, yeah, let's just go in, like, 1v4 and then, like, 3v5 or whatever that was. I'm gonna pop this, pop all my resistances, but I simply don't do enough damage for this. Why am I stunned for, like, 6 years, by the way? Okay. I just got stunned for an actual eternity. Yeah, GG. Man. That is so unfortunate, man. Just bad fights. Bad fights getting us killed. Bad macro. Truly not much I can do about that. But I am going to get, by and large, top objective damage on my team. And 19,000 damage for player damage isn't like the highest, but I was spending more time focusing objectives, which is something that Victor is very good at doing because of his absurd survivability and damage that he can just force onto anything that is just sitting in a zone next to him. So yeah, I'd say I still did pretty solid there, but ultimately the build did have some weaknesses, and I'm still very capable of dying with this build despite having a ton of resistances, and the reason for that is actually there are a couple of different reasons. First of all, there are diminishing returns, as I'm sure you already noticed. By stacking damage reduction on damage reduction on damage reduction, you know, you would expect, okay, here's 10%, here's 17%, so that should be 27%, and then add 25, that should be 52%, and then add 30 on top of that, that should be 82%, and then add 15 on top of that, and by golly, we're at 97% damage reduction. But that's not how it works. The damage reduction all stacks multiplicatively against each other, meaning that adding multiple sources of damage reduction will ultimately make each source less effective. And so that's why I only had 57% here. So that is, you know, the first major reason. But the second major reason is that I did neglect so many other aspects of my build. I neglected mobility, at least for a good portion of that match. I neglected healing. I could have gotten rapid recharge for my jumpstart and drastically improved my healing, and also my debuff cleanse, which was especially necessary versus this team comp. And I also neglected a lot of damage items, and so my damage was alright, and that's just because Aura of Suffering does so much damage. But my damage could have definitely been far better, and the only reason this ideally would even work on Victor in the first place is because of the Aura of Suffering. But if you were to try this on another character who doesn't have an ability such as this, then they're just going to do no damage. Like, can you imagine if I built only resistances on Holiday? I would be the most useless character. I would basically be an ult bot, and that's it. And even then, I wouldn't be a good ult bot either, because if you actually built her properly, you'd get more ults, and you'd get more effective ults. So, yeah. This really only works on Victor, and even then, it's obviously not a guaranteed victory, although that is especially due to some macro issues, and also Pocket getting very fed. I was competitive with them for a while, but they just farmed my team much more effectively than I was farming their team, and Drifter definitely didn't help with that with his 9 deaths. So yeah, it is what it is. It's a silly idea, but ultimately it is just kind of a less effective way of building Victor, and it wouldn't work on any other character anyways. There is a limit to how far resistances can go. And even though you can get a really high resistance number, a better defense is a multifaceted layer defense, and a good defense in a lot of cases is also a good offense, which we all but neglected in this build. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, of course, make sure to drop a like, subscribe for more videos from me, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.